Stunner, nigga. Rich gang, 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 like that. Woo. Know what I'm saying?
Boy, what the hell you doing in here throwing up set? You ain't got no job.
What's good, NHG squad? This is your boy NHG OneMic, and welcome back for another interview. We got a special guest in the building. We got JC. He probably gonna want to ask some questions, but I got a special guest, a legend in this game, man. We got y'all don't even know who this is. Y'all probably know because of the title.
Yeah.
But this is TRM. TRM.
Yeah.
Let me say it one more time. TRM Faiers in the building. What's good?
Yes.
Man.
What's up? Good to talk to you.
Man.
I missed you.
Man, miss you too, man. Look, we were supposed to be doing this interview for a good minute. I'm glad we doing this interview now. So
Seriously.
before we do the interview, man.
We kept like missing each other.
Yes, I know, right? Keep on missing each other. We keep
It's
on.
like,
Like,
I'm gonna get a
do this.
PlayStation. I'm gonna get an Xbox. Let's do the interview on the Switch. Can we just do it on the cell phone?
Oh shit! Y'all know we was gonna do a real life interview too. No, but I think we should still do that.
Yeah.
Though. But
We will. It'll be awesome.
before I start this interview, man, how life treating you, man?
Life's very good. Very
good.
good. Very much so different.
Okay.
It's amazing how when you play a game, your life can essentially be like that if you make it.
Man,
If that makes sense.
that makes sense. I'm glad life is treating you good, man. So for the audience, for the people who doesn't know you and people who do know you, can we get like a background story of you, like how you joined the PlayStation home? What was your first gaming tag? And we start from there. So, how did you?
Yeah, so I used to have an Xbox 360 when I was a kid, and it got the red ring of death. So I got a PlayStation, and I remember this like little PlayStation Home thing. I thought it was like GTA, and so I was trying to figure out how to fight people, and it just wasn't working. But essentially, I just remember just playing this game or whatever and talking to people, and I was a very socially awkward kid, so it was hard for me to really socialize, and so really the game kind of made it easy for me.
Okay.
Let me see. Sorry, I got a phone call. Ignoring that. Yeah, I just wasn't good at making friends when I was younger, and so the game really allowed me to do that. And I just remember finding out what fams were. There was like a group of people that were like wearing all green and wearing green pop-up tags, and so I just followed them around to like get away from us. And then there was like this one kid, and he was like dressed in an Assassin's Creed outfit, and my first gamer tag was just Faiers, my last name, which was a bad move in the long run. Never do that. Never put your real name. Oh yeah. People dig into your shit. People dig into your shit. Sucks. But I remember I got recruited to join one fam. It was like something's fucking stupid. It was like Turbo Dragons Fire. I don't know. I'm just making up a dumbass name, but it was something fucking stupid with the name Dragons in it.
Okay.
And it was like some kid. He was like, "Yeah, you ever been in a fam?" I was like, "What is that? Like a cult?" Like I had no idea what he was talking about. And he was like, "Change your color red. Do you have any clothes?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And then he thought I was a spy, so he kicked me out.
Wow.
Before I even joined. So literally at that point, I literally got reverted back to the Central Plaza, and I saw TRM recruiting.
TRM.
And
what made you?
yeah, I saw them recruiting.
Leaving from one fam, being in TRM. You was with TRM for a long time. What made you decide to be like, yo, this is the fam I want to mess with. This is the fam I could see myself being in there. So, what drove you to TRM?
Same thing that draws anyone to anything. Relationships. Relationships. For me, it was just like, like I said, just being that young kid with just not too many friends, really socially awkward. Getting in that environment where someone was very uplifting and encouraging, and and not so much having a father figure, which is weird to say. You kind of seek that out in video games and through other through other relationships. But I remember I got really close to a guy named A Bizzle who is friends with Cam in real life, and this will always want to impress, and so he's like, go recruit this many people, and I'd go do it, and then he's like, go buy a mic, and I went and bought it, and go buy a PSN card, went and bought it, so I can just establish that relationship.
Okay. So, you being in TRM, I already know you have a good relationship with them. Now, I want to get a history between TRM, URN. Why was so much hatred between y'all two? Like, did you watch the I interview? Cause he kind of explained a little bit about it. You watched the I interview?
I did, I watched it. Yeah,
Okay,
of
okay.
course.
How do you feel about that
I used to be
interview?
freaking dead scared of that guy.
Really?
It was a dope interview. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I used to be super scared of that guy. He was just so mentally, he was just really mentally advanced, and it really just taught me a lot. Um, Beefy went that guy for so long on the game. Um, but the history of that really, I remember TRM was getting some size in the fam, and I remember Cam was talking about like joining the nations possibly,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants to be the Yellow Nation, and they're like, I guess like they didn't want to do Yellow, or at the time the fam split up, so I have to get up and start talking because I can't sit down and talk, but essentially I just remember remember the game Saints Row.
Yeah.
So we were playing this game, and I met some fucking kid named Cameron, and he was like, "Hey, let's start our own fam, the Saints Row." And we're like, "Okay, let's do it." So we left TRM undercover, which is dumb, and we started like a purple for Saints Row fam, and we're like, "Let's go attack this red fam." We had no idea who they were,
Wait,
but they just
what?
started fucking just getting all these people. We're like, "What the fuck? They're deep." And we're like, we need some backup because we're getting bodied, and so we called TRM and we popped Yellow.
Wow.
And we're like, yeah, we're TRM. We're actually TRM. And Iced was like, he started talking to Cam because Cam came out there super deep and they squashed it. Um, but Iced was like, man, these guys weren't even yellow. They were popping purple. And then and Cam was like, no, they weren't. They're with us. And so, but since then I kind of held, and I got a body them one day. But it got squashed between Cam and Iced. Um, and then I joined TRU, and then I was always just trying to get back at URN and SOTE.
Okay.
But the beef happened. Cam never really actually had a problem with the URN in the beginning. Like it was all just me. Like, hey, let's just go fuck them up.
Okay. Cause I know when I did the interview with I know he said something about he was in a he was at what Face House, and I think some TRU members was there. He had a whole bunch of fans in his house, and I would say that y'all had a conversation with but it was more like a threatening shit like that. Were you was in that meeting with when that was happening?
I don't recall. I know at one point in time, TRM almost joined UMTO.
Mm.
So I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I
Yeah.
remember I was at a meeting with, because we got into a fight with the Street Kings. So I left TRU and I joined TRM, and I was like, hey, let's take over and let's do it by just fighting a bunch of random fams. And so that's why that entire beef started. And the Street Kings, and to add on a note, we didn't leave. They kicked us out of the house, so we didn't leave
Okay.
because we were embarrassed. We got kicked out, yeah. But we're like ready to mic up. But we went to go fight Street Kings, and TRM was rebuilding. A business stopped playing. The fam essentially really died down.
Really?
And so we're just in our beginning stages, and we went into a fight. We got into a war with the UN as a new fam, essentially, with very few people. And I think it's easy for anyone to be like, oh yeah, like, TRM's was a weak fam and this and that, but it's like, how many fams do you know that literally start out with little numbers and fight United Nations, which was a powerhouse at the time?
Mm-hmm. I know. TRN was. I always considered y'all was deep. I never see like a small TRM because every time if I join the server, I see a lot of TRM members. Um, I do want to ask you this: why y'all did not merge? Well, I guess work with UMTO. Why y'all didn't make that happen?
Um, because I didn't want anyone to. Cam and I talked about it,
Hmm.
and then Face was like, "Yeah, we'll go to war with you, and we'll smack them up. Just join us." And I just didn't feel like it was the right time
Really?
to do that. And then also I didn't want, like, it was. I felt like it was okay for me to leave, but I was like, Cam, like, you can't abandon your own fam. Like, you're the leader.
Yeah.
And so he was just like, no, we can never say that TRM was officially killed, and so we didn't join UMTO.
Hmm. Man, I feel like if y'all would have joined merged or something, y'all would have been a dominating fam together on home. Do you feel like that would have been the case if y'all would have actually merged? Let's do this. Let's run home. Would y'all feel like y'all would been a powerful fam if y'all would have done that?
No, no,
No.
I don't believe so because it wasn't a merge to
Dang.
where like TRM and UMTO. Like
Mm.
TRM would have been a unit inside of UMTO.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
So I think it would totally would have changed the course of Legacy. Just knowing how Cam is, he definitely would have got distracted with women, and TRM would have never essentially would have been a thing again. So I think that not joining UMTO was the best thing that they could have done to really establish who they were.
Okay. Okay. I wanted to ask you about Chameleon. I heard it was a video out, and I think he was singing. I don't know what song
Yeah,
was it, but he got exposed
Chris
for that.
Brown.
It was Chris
Yeah.
Brown. Oh man. Now that video came out, him being exposed of that. Did you feel like that video hurt TRM? Did people leave behind that?
No, no, I don't think that that hurt TRM at all.
Really?
Um, Maybe it's just because I have such a detached view of it. Like to me,
Hmm.
it's just like okay, literally, he's fucking singing Chris Brown on a SingStar application,
Yeah.
um, to like a girl or whatever. Like I didn't view it as an insult. No one left the fam over it. Of course, in any fam, people are gonna attack you for any reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he never was affected by it personally. I think that the biggest thing that actually hurt TRM was me. I
Really?
think it was
You?
my background, my expose that really affected the fam. Oh yeah,
Oh
because like
man.
this guy that's like talking all this trash and things like that, and then you find out it's just like just some white kid behind a TV screen. You know,
Yeah.
I think that, and then especially the family piece behind that, with mom being a stripper, prostitute, like that,
Yeah, it was
is not fun.
yeah, I know it was like I'm gonna say rumors. All right, I was hearing that you got exposed because you was in some kind of special ed school. Um, was that true?
Awesome question. I'm glad you're asking that. No, I never went to a special ed school. Um, I got kicked out of a lot of different schools. Um, but I never went to a special ed school. I went to a continuation school for kids that struggle in traditional school, that were getting in trouble. I was always getting into a lot of fights. I was always ditching class. I
Okay,
never
okay.
liked school. My whole mindset behind school was always, why am I here? Because I don't feel like I'm learning anything. I'm a learning machine. I have a bookshelf. I love reading books,
Hmm.
um, on business, personal growth, history. School, I just felt like I was being lectured, and I just always questioned it, and I just liked getting in trouble, and so I always got kicked out of school. But I never went to a special ed class.
Okay, okay. Because I know it was a picture floating around on home when you had like a what do you call those things that go around your waist when you go to the pool or something? Damn. And it was
Oh, the
said,
little donut thing?
yeah, yeah. And it was a picture of you,
Yeah.
and it was somehow, yeah, he was in a special ed school. That's why he looks like that. That's why people was like making
Yeah.
fun of you. So I mean that picture by itself, that was that. Can you
Yeah.
say that you left at like a pool party, or you just wanted to put it on to take a picture?
It's a good question. So the piece behind that was a heavier stage of my life, and yeah, look at that picture. I'm like, holy shit, I was a weird looking dude at one point in time. Um, but to me, I was just going through a period of my life to where I was detached from a lot of family gatherings, and so I want to just be funny, and so I put that on. And Mom was like, "Oh, I'll take a picture of you," and so I was like, "Do it."
How did they,
So,
how did they get that picture? Did you mess around and send it to a female? Then she got mad at you and she sent
oh,
it
I
to
would never
people.
send that picture to anyone.
So how
That
did
was an embarrassing picture.
I know, but how the hell did they
Um,
get it though? Do
oh,
you
my mom
think?
posts. She has a Facebook page,
Oh,
and
okay,
so she
okay.
posts everything on Facebook. Yeah, yeah.
That's probably okay. That's probably what happened then. Um, I, f- I don't know if JC, you got anything you wanna ask him?
No, not really.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, now,
Because I ain't never had no problem with dude. You feel me? Like,
hmm
you know, me personally, like even when we was in URN and we did like the spy missions and all this, I ain't never had no problem with him. You feel me? So, like,
okay, okay. That was up.
I mean, I think me personally, like I think like if you know what you know now, you know what I'm saying, like everything, like all the films, and you learn. If you would have went back in time, would you still would have joined TRM, or you would have like tried to did your own thing, or join URN? Like,
Mm.
I would still be in TRM. I would definitely be in TRM because that really, it was the underdog. It was the fam that it's like yellow, like that's a fucking ugly ass color. Like it's hard to build a yellow fam because no one wants to rock that color. Building a red
Facts.
fam is a lot easier. It's appealing to the eye. It's sexy. It's brave. Yellow is just a whack color. So you're automatically already on. Like psychologically, yellow is just a color that no one likes, and so it's already harder to build a fam. It takes more to be in that fam because you're automatically going to get attacked because of the background behind it. And I would definitely do it again. If anything, I would never have left. I think, and I would never try to run my own fam. If I were to get back on the game now, yes, I would. Um, but I was never a leader. I was always a follower. So I would definitely do it again for sure. I would just make sure I would be more loyal, if anything.
Okay, okay. Um, I heard that back on PlayStation Home that you got set up by some female in video chat. Now, do you remember that? Now I don't know what female was it,
Uh,
but I heard that you did get set up by a female.
there's been so many times I've been in that situation. I just never got put on YouTube
Uh,
or recorded, so I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. Oh
But
man,
I wouldn't doubt it.
I forgot the female name, but I mean it was way back. But I know I heard something happened in that video chat. I'm not too sure like the details about it, but I did hear about you got set up in video chat. All right, my next question
Probably.
was um somebody was telling me that you was lying on home and you were telling people that you was living in California, in Cali,
Hmm.
instead of living in who was who was the other place you was actually living in? I forgot, but I know people was talking about that you was lying, talking about you was living in Cali. So that was true. Was you
Yeah, I
living
mean,
in Cali? Oh, that,
yeah, I was living between California and Arizona.
Arizona. That
So
was it was.
sometimes I'd live in. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Arizona now. I don't live here. I'm just visiting.
Okay.
But I currently reside in California. But at the time I played PS Home, there was times when I was in California, and there was times when I did live in Arizona.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay.
because my parents never bought a house. They were always renting, so they'd move quite often.
Mm. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanna go back to the video chat. Like when you use video chat, people, when you do mic ups, first people are gonna be saying like, throw some money on the can, throw some money on the can, do this and that. Um, what was your experience in those video chats? Have you ever, throwing money on the cam, shitting on people?
So I'm so glad that you actually asked that.
uh,
So man, here's the thing. I remember when I was like 16 years old and people were starting to get into video chats. And for the record, besides me, if you take me out of the equation, TRM has never lost a video chat.
Really?
Never. Like literally, there was a time when TRM went to a video chat with UMTO when they were beefing, and literally Trey West took a shotgun out, and he was just dropping all his cash, like literally showing drugs. Like there was naked women in the video chat room. Like he was like just shitting
Wow.
on people. Like TRM has never lost a video chat, um, unless it was me. But yeah, other than that, but I was like, man, that's badass. Like he literally pulled out a shotgun. They're like, oh, you're not gonna shoot that shit inside. He literally pointed his shotgun at the camera and shot it. Like he was pulling out grenades. He was pulling out like,
Grenades. Oh my
but yeah, he shot his camera in a video chat. And at that point,
Wow.
UMT and TRM squashed the beef. They never beefed again. They're like, dude, just respect.
What?
But me on the other hand, different story.
Different
So I was just like, I remember I got into a video chat with TRU Rada, and I got my first pair of Jordans. I was always poor. I always had like Walmart shoes, so I was excited. I was like, I got my first pair of Jordans, and so I went to cam up, and I was like, hey, hop in the video chat, and literally I was like, check out these Jordans. Like you can't afford these. Being 16, you think that's expensive, $200. And then he starts pulling out all these shoes and tons of Jordans, and then people are like, oh, you got shitted on with shoes. And I was like, damn it.
Man.
Like I failed. And then at one point in time, I went to a video chat with ISID, and my mom, she had like $800, and so I was like, hey, can I borrow that? And so I went to video chat with Ice and I started throwing it on the camera. And I'm not gonna lie, you can tell like he started feeling the stress. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Wow.
Because he was like, "You're Fairs," because I was never known for showing money. And then he's like, "Top $20," and I just started throwing fucking $800 on the camera. I'm like, "I'm shitting on you," and his fam was there, and so you can tell like he was like, "Oh crap!" Like I can't let him win.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, "Hold on, I'll be right back." And then he came back with like $1,000 cash that he probably had saved up or something. And like, oh, you got shitted on, but yeah. But I mean, it was my mom's money, so at the end of the day,
Okay.
yeah. But no one knew that. And then I remember UOK's video chats. I was like, damn.
Man. You okay, video chats?
Like they would show money.
Oof.
And I was like, dude, I want to be badass like them. Oh yeah, speaking of fake ass money, so what I did was I went and I started printing out money, and so on the back it was white, and there was a time when I cammed up with people and like I had my fan on and like it would flip my hundreds backwards and it'd be like a white piece of paper on the other side, but nobody noticed. Nobody noticed, so I got away with it. Like there was so many times where I shit on someone and they don't even realize that they actually won.
Wow.
Like I remember I got into a video chat with Stave Lee, and he was like, "Show some money," and like I just started throwing all his fake money, and he legit left the video chat, and he thought that he lost. But if he's watching this, you actually won. You just don't know it.
Damn.
So there's a lot of times when people like they shit on me, but they don't realize that they think that I shit on them. But it was all fake money. It was hilarious.
Okay.
Never got caught.
You know.
But that whole camo money shit, like I don't know, man. Like it just so like iffy about that. Like I mean, yeah, I did it too, cause you know it's a part of the culture. You feel me? But I ain't never really like understood the whole camo shit. Cause like how can
Especially
you
with the
cam
money.
up with a kid? Like how can you cam up with a kid or somebody just like. You know, I don't know. I just never liked the camo shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I did it when a nigga called me out. You already know we in that bitch. But I just never like just woke up like I want to camo with this nigga today. Like it was never my. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I ain't never
Let me hold
understood it.
2,000
Like,
just
you can
in
show me
case.
everything, but yeah, like, but how? Like, but how do I know? Like, that's your camo money that you got in the safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just you can't judge nobody on a win of a loss in the camo team. It really don't. Like now, if you start showing me like you own shit, like you own your house, you own your car. Okay, now I can see some shit. Like, all right, I respect that. But if you ain't really showing me no deed to no house, no car titles, nothing like that. Man, how we don't know you went to motherfucking eBay and got some money off of eBay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't
That's
know.
facts,
Like,
yeah.
it could be, or it could be like a prop gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Do you?
I ain't never
I
respected
mean,
that shit.
a lot of people on home. I would say maybe
Fake.
60% of people was showing fake money. 'Cause I feel like nobody's not gonna have $3,000 on under the bed and throwing out like no. I feel like that's a lie. So I
Yeah.
mean, you can't even take 1,000, 2,000 out of ATM. So how the hell you taking all this money out in the middle of the night? Like it's spooky to me.
Yeah.
um, you know, I know you said you did, throw fake money out. Can you tell me how many times you had to do that with people you had to video chat?
Oh, dude, ever since I printed it out, I was trying to come up with everyone. I was like, so plenty of times. And I was trying to get Iced again. I was trying to get my vengeance on him. Like, oh, I'm gonna get this guy and I'm gonna shit on him. He's not gonna know it. But I was a little bit scared. I was like, he's a little bit smart, so he's probably gonna figure out that the money's fake and that the bills are too big.
Shoot.
But I was like, I'll do it anyways. And I was like, cam up, and then he started ducking me because of course I was winning my video chats,
Mm.
quote unquote winning, at that time.
Wow.
And so he didn't want to cam up anymore. So, um, but yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like we used to think that $2,000 is a lot of money. It's just like now it's just like that's literally nothing.
Mm-mm.
It's really not. And the reality is, most people they work jobs, and they everyone essentially makes around the same amount. Um,
Mm. Yep.
and most I think like 80 or 90 something percent of Americans don't even have $500 in their bank account by the end of the year because most of that goes into their bills.
Yeah, that's
And
fast.
so it's like people that show money now, it's really just like, oh, you just have that extra because this bill's not there yet, or I assume because everyone's essentially an equal playing field,
Mhm.
and they just don't realize that they just don't know it. Like most people that play video games, and it's not a bad thing, but I've never met someone a successful entrepreneur or anyone that's doing something that plays video games as much as that, unless they're like a big YouTuber or they make their that's where their income comes from. But people that are like on Nebula Realms, reality is they're not doing that.
Okay. You know, I know you did a couple of micros on PlayStation Home. Who was your biggest opponent in the micro game you was miking up on home?
Me.
What, you and Fairs mic'd up?
Biggest opponent?
I don't even think I ever mic'd up with him.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
No, we did mic up.
No.
So
We did.
we did mic up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
When you
man.
first came out. Oh yeah. I was going in, but JC, I love you, but you were definitely not one of the biggest. Not that you weren't a threat. The time that we did mic up, like I completely got obliterated. Like you're like, how many? You're just botting me, and I was just like, oh shit, and I was already like tired because I was fighting all URN, and like you completely, I was just like, I'm done, like I'm just leaving because this guy has too much energy. I'm done. So yeah, we did, but I never hated you. I never hated you. I saw a lot of myself inside of you, but the biggest opponent was definitely Ison. I hated that guy at one point in time. I was scared. I was just like, cause he saw right through me, and he knows how to find out your insecurity based on how you respond, and he knows how to build on top of that, and he finds out your life, and he finds out information based on your responses to what he says.
Yep, that's
I think that's so genius.
that is I for you.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay.
So every single time I mic'd up with him, I got exposed because like you get on this game, you're trying to portray a persona, and he knows how to see right through it based on saying things and how you respond to it. Like I remember he'd be like, "Dude, you have like no friends." I'm like, "How do I have no friends?" Oh, you just exposed that you have no friends. Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Oh, you're a fat kid. How am I fat? Oh, you just exposed that you're fat. You know, like
Okay. Oh.
it's interesting. Oh, you're a virgin. You never had a girlfriend. Yeah. Well, what do you mean? Like, yes, I do.
Mm.
You just exposed yourself. You know. So every single time, like he just dug in, but it taught me so much about human it revealed so much self-awareness in me that it allowed me to realize how to understand people more. Um, so those mic ups taught me a lot, but I used to hate him. Every time he popped into a server, my heart would literally drop into my stomach. I'm like, oh god
Oh
damn it.
man, them micros, boy, it was vicious for real. Like especially when you micing up
Yeah.
and keyboarding at the same time. That's tough. Shoot, for me that was tough.
Oh yeah. Especially when you don't have a keyboard, you're like trying to use a controller.
Yeah.
Like, people are trying to talk to you. One mic, one mic. Hold on, everyone, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to text something.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Just, you know.
I want to talk about TRM and Deuces Wild. Um, I feel
Oh yeah.
y'all had a good friendship. I never seen y'all never got into it. Y'all had that good
No.
good friendship. Like, why was that? Like, why were y'all so close?
Um, because it was Naomi and Cam. Naomi's brother and Cam had a very tight relationship, and I feel like, and this is why I think that TRM got. I love Cam to death, but I now that I've I lead an organization now and I deal with a lot of people, I see where his faults were, and he jumped too much on the gun and he trusted people way too fast, especially taking new fams underneath his wing. Like, what was that one stupid ass fucking fam? Like when he started the dynasty, he literally would bring like a random fucking fam, like, oh, we're the fucking fire dragons. Oh man, you want to join the dynasty? Like, it's like who? These guys are like, this guy's family leader's name's like peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you're like, so it's like too many random fams that he would try to bring on. It's fine. Um, I forgot it was Rom. Yeah, Rom fucking sucked. Um, they were literally just whack. But Deuces Wild was a different story because Deuces Wild, I forgot his name. I think his name was Nate. It might not have been, but he was a leader. Yeah, and he was a leader, and he had his shit together, and he was a sharp guy. And you could never, he would never let any cracks sink through his ship. Like most fams, like you could come up to the fam, and be like, hey, don't listen. TRM's a shitty fam. You'd want to leave. Well, Nate's not gonna let that sink into his ship. He's like, well, we're ride or die. So if you're talking shit, we're gonna get this shit started. And then especially when Cam started dating Naomi, that was a huge power move because now he really solidified that relationship.
Man, I might have to ask JC a question about that one. But so JC, I gotta ask Fairs this, man. Like I said, you, Deuces Wild, TRM, close. Now, JC and Naomi, they were talking. Um, how did how did the sex tape came to your hands? How did that happen?
Yeah, Naomi literally that night came to Cam, and it's really shitty,
Mm,
and because most of the time Cam gets betrayed, you know,
yeah.
um, and so for Naomi to literally come that night and be like, hey, I got this video, and the way that I was there too, like when she came to him, and Cam was like, the way he responded, I was surprised. I was surprised at where his character was, um, and he actually didn't want to release it. He was like, I don't want that shit.
Really? What?
Like that's how he actually responded. Yeah, he's like, I don't want that fucking
What?
shit.
So he wasn't gonna
Yeah,
release
like
it.
Yeah.
I had to cut you off of that. Like TRM was never gonna release that. It just I forgot what happened. I think NHG was beefing with TRM, and like I kept like I got tired of motherfuckers be like, well, you know what I'm saying? You keep going at us, we're gonna release it. Cause Ferris used to do that shit. He's like, look, goddamn
Yeah.
it, look, like, we're gonna release it if y'all keep going at us. So I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Me, like, nobody's gonna ever hold nothing against me. You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
cause then that means I give you my power. You feel me? I give you my pride. Cause now you holding something. You feel me? Like, nah, release that shit. You feel
Yeah.
me? So they finally did. And like, okay, so
No, I
it's
1000%
nothing.
agree. But
Like,
Cam
like
actually
that.
still didn't want to release it. Even after
Like
all
that.
that, he didn't want to
Like
release
that
it.
released that shit, you feel me? And like I felt like okay, cause like as a man, I would never bow down to no other man. Like I'm alpha. I always been an alpha. So if like yeah, like if you got my little sex tape, drop it. You feel me? Like okay, congratulations. Like I'm still gonna keep doing me. Like, and that's exactly what happened.
Okay, but
The sex tape got dropped and NAG still went high. Like we still was recruiting, we still was like doing everything. Nothing changed. Like
But my
I
question
mean,
is,
my legacy took like, cause before that, like I had like my whole 100% armor. Like that showed everybody like now I got a hole in my armor, but I'm still a fighter. Like so, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's and even at the time when you guys when NHG was fighting TRM, Cam still didn't want to release it. I was actually the one that was like, release it.
Yeah, but how?
I was like, hey, they were in URN. URN would have totally done this
Man,
to us. You know, if they had this, you know, they would totally release it. And Cam was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, that's not me. Like, that's kind of gay. Like, and I was
so
like, no, dude, like,
how
it's not.
how
Like,
did you get
I
the
was trying to
say so?
convince him to release it.
Did you went to
Because they kept
Naomi?
asking him for it.
Oh, oh wow.
No, Cam gave it to me because Naomi. I, I kept arguing with Cam. Like, we literally have arguments. I'm like, bro, you need to release it. He's like, no, this is weird. I'm not doing that. And isn't it funny? This is such a fucking weird topic to talk about.
Yeah, it is.
But but I was like, no,
It's
we
a
need
part
to
of
get
history
this. And
though.
it was more so revenge.
Most revenge. Did
Yeah,
you feel
yeah.
like releasing that tape, it would have got your name up there? People would have
No.
like, oh, who exposed JC? Oh, it was Fairs. He did it. Did you feel like doing that? It would your name would just skyrocketing for doing that?
Where I was at that point, no. I believe that it was necessary because I feel like I viewed us as equals, and I felt like, you know, if JC were to release something on me, or if I were to do vice versa, it was like anything was just like two giants are just battling. That's just how I viewed it.
Okay. When I seen that tape, I was like, wait, what the fuck? And
Isn't it weird?
yeah,
Isn't it fucking weird
it,
that we're talking about this?
yeah, it is. But this is for the culture. Like,
It's kind of gay.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Why the hell this happened?
Seriously.
No homo, yeah. No homo.
Can you imagine arguing with someone in real life and they do that to you? Like,
Oh
that would
my
be just
god.
weird.
When I seen it, no homo. I noticed that it was no sound to it, no audio. JC wasn't saying nothing. Um, I came up with a plan. I'm, you know, oh no, did you hear JC voice?
Tell us your plan.
All right, I'm gonna tell you the plan. So I told JC, I was like, yo, just say that it was a fake. It's a fake video. You don't hear no audio. You don't hear yourself talking or anything like that. So you should be good. So he was gonna go with it. But he messed up and told somebody, and it was recording him. So it just didn't work out. Was it audio in that video?
Actually, we had it. No, actually, that's not what happened, nigga. You got mad because I told I told K Shots.
Yeah,
and I
but
was
look.
like, I already told K Shots, so I might as well tell everybody else. You feel me? So we had the NAG meeting, and I just basically told everybody because I was like, look, this is, I fucked up. You feel me? Like every nigga gonna take his L. This is my L that I'm gonna have to eat. You feel me? But I mean, that's not gonna stop. That's not gonna stop NAG. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm the head of the snake at that time. Like, I'm the face of the NAG. But at the same time, like, it ain't gonna stop NAG. So I mean, we had that meeting, and everybody in there, LD, like Rezo, everybody in there was like, fuck it, we riding. I was like, well, let's ride on these niggas. You feel me? So I made the video, told everybody, yeah, that shit was me. You feel me? And if I feel like you watch it, you gay anyway. So like. And I had to deal with that. You feel me? So I really like got on home, and like for like a whole week, and I was ready to fight. Like, cause I felt like these niggas gonna use it against me, so I might as well just beat motherfuckers up all day. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Man, okay.
Well, at least it wasn't anything bad. I mean, if you actually take a step back and look at it, it's normal human behavior to do that. Not gonna lie, like, it's quite
I mean,
normal.
like I said, I got drunk. I went thinking, cause usually, I'm always thinking, like, nah, for real. Like, usually, like, when I was on home, nigga, I was like, I had to be 2 steps ahead, cause I was like, these niggas gonna, like, everybody at that time, niggas was getting exposed left and right. You feel me? Like every day somebody was getting exposed. So I was like, I stayed 2 steps ahead, but I fucked up, slipped up. It happens. You feel me? It still ended up being a legend. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, doing that. I mean,
Wave
do you
hits
feel
you.
like TRM took a W for doing that? You know,
No,
no.
no, I don't think so. Maybe in other people's eyes, but for me personally, I don't think so.
I don't even think so either because like that was, I don't know, man. Like nothing changed. Like to be
It
honest, like
didn't.
the
Yeah, because
video
I was
when the
about to
video
ask Fairs
dropped,
that.
nothing changed. Like
Damn. Okay. So
Yeah,
nothing
I don't
changed
believe so.
from that. Like nobody didn't come up to you like, yo, that was some good shit you did to JC and all that. So
Oh yeah, of course,
okay,
but
okay.
the culture of home is like, yeah, you play along with it, but deep down it still feels weird.
Mm.
It's like if you take a step back from outside perspective, it's like this is the most fucking weirdest thing for this person to walk up to me and be like, "Man, that was awesome." Like this. So
Oh
of course it
shit.
was awkward.
Okay, okay. I mean, whew. Damn, Fairs. You got some balls for doing that, releasing
It's
that.
just,
You know. That's what's up.
yeah. I think honestly, I think it would have took balls for me not to release it.
Mm.
Because it's easy to be like, oh yeah, I have the upper hand on you for doing something that's that low caliber. Really
Mm.
hit someone with a low blow like that. I think it takes balls to not release something.
Okay, okay. So after all that, what did after NHG beef and all that, it died down. Um, what TRM did after the beef with NHG? What else y'all did after that?
Dude, Cam was always fucking doing. He, he was the reason why TRM wasn't known as a fam that was known for botting people was because of the way that Cam marketed it. He was too distracted by just getting. He's focused on girls, dating girls, making YouTube videos. The pop color was yellow. It was just kind of. It just wasn't. It had a different culture to it, which is why I felt like I left so many times. Because like the reason why I got involved in TRM because it's like in the beginning it wasn't like that. It was actually a fighting fam. They literally do the rock fucking punch on you or whatever, and like it used to be a badass fam, and it just over time it just changes like the soft. The leaders aren't leaders, like
Yeah.
you literally went from having a Bizzle like these like fucking actual badass like a Bizzle like he actually got shot. He got hit with 12 bullets in real life.
Oh man.
He told me he was never gonna walk again. And at that point, like that, I actually went to school and, I was ditching class because I was actually crying because it hurt because it's like these relationships that you really establish with people.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember, like I was like, man, my best friend might be, dying. Um, but he's running now. He's good now. Like
That's good.
it's crazy. He can walk. Like he's badass. But it's like you establish these real relationships with these real badasses, and it's like then you have like leaders stepping in, like Cam just like grabbing a random like, oh, Stunner Flash, let's promote you to being fucking leader of the fam.
Still the flash.
And like just random like there's so many randoms that were literally just made leaders that it just really
TRM has
just
some good
lowered
people, man.
in the beginning.
Like,
In the beginning.
cause you had Delirious, you had Mikey B, like not Mikey
Yeah,
B, but
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mikey.
Mikey B.
Like so you
Mikey
had
was in
like
there.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, okay, him and Foxy Lady and shit like that. So like yeah, like and this is people that like I'm talking about with Delirious and you know what I'm saying I kind of looked up to Delirious when I first joined the URN. So it's like y'all really have some good people, bro. It just
They
I
did.
felt like if y'all I don't know, man. It just had a bad founder, bro. Like, that's it, bro. Like a bad founder.
Cam's a good
It all
guy.
happened.
I'm not gonna say he's
Hey,
a bad
yeah,
founder,
I'm not.
but he
I
made some
don't
poor
know him
decisions.
personally, cause you feel me. Like I don't know him personally, but I'm talking about as home, and as like a founder on home, he was not cut for it. Like, he was not cut for it.
Yeah.
Because if so, like TRM would have been way more successful. Because I feel like TRM was like it could have been one of them talked about fams. Like
Do you
it
feel
could
like
have
because
been
he was
a
dating
MTO.
girls and that's what he was focusing on? That's why TRM couldn't
Nah,
been.
no, I don't. I don't think that because I was, you know, what I'm saying I had my little hit list too. You feel me? You
Yeah,
feel me?
but at the same
Nah,
time, you
it
was
just
still running the fan. You was still making boss move and doing collabs. Um, opening up new
I mean, I don't
chapters.
know. Like, I don't know him. I don't never. I ain't never mic'd up with the dude yet. I ain't never really. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, y'all ain't really had that many fighters. Like, You know what I'm saying? Cause like I knew at the whole TRM and NHG shit, like I already knew every time I mic'd up, I would have to see this nigga right here, cause he was like one of the. It was like 5 fighters in TRM that fought, and then everybody else in the background just looking. You feel me?
And
They
one,
just watching it.
and one of the
Like that
fighters was
was.
actually retarded, so it's just like, they're,
Yeah,
you
and then
know,
like it's crazy, like the TRM shit, like that's why they like NAG and then TRM shit. We kind of just like let it go and went to other films because it would be like we jump these niggas every day. They might even max the server on us, but it's just 5 people, so we still jumping these people because the other like 30 that's behind them is not doing nothing. They just watching.
just standing there. They're dressed up fucking retarded, they have, like
Mhm.
fucking Dragon Ball Z outfits on, literally just fucking standing there.
Man,
Fucking, yeah.
if you could have go back,
It was just it just came down to the bad leadership that was get promoted. It's because the vibe will always attract the tribe, and the caliber of the leader is going to attract the people. And so if you're putting someone in a position of power that's retarded or autistic or whatever the case, that's what they're going to attract. And so you're not going to, especially like if you look at NHG's culture, it's like the leader was a fighter. Look at the entire tribe. Literally, NHG was known for fighting because that's
Yep.
the vibe attracts the tribe.
man.
And so it's just they sent out the wrong vibe. They recruited the wrong people and promoted people too fast.
Did you? I mean, did you? I mean, did you ever had a talk with him? Like, look, this is the things you should not be doing. This is the things you should be focused on. Did you ever had a talk with him about that?
Um, I did, but obviously he didn't listen. So it's all good.
Okay.
I still think, here's the thing. So if there's one perspective, but there's also the other perspective too. Because if you look at the beginning of Home, the nations ran Home. I mean, literally, the name Red Nations just sounds badass. Cash Money Kingdom, especially at the time with Cash Money being a badass thing. It's just like there's a certain swagger to it. So it's like whatever the opinion of the nations was the opinion of all of Home. And so they could have been like, oh yeah, TRM sucks shit. They're whack. But little did you know, literally these guys never lost video chats. I mean, Cam is a giant in video chat too. Like I've never seen him lose a video chat. Like he's the same way as Trey West. But you would never know these things because they were never put on YouTube. It was only displayed what people wanted to be displayed. They were never going to display like, oh, Cam doing these things because they didn't want people to know. They would only put my video chats in there because that's what they want to portray to society. It's like, oh, look at fucking Fairs in there, not doing anything, showing a fucking one pair of shoes. Like they're gonna put that out there. Oh, look at this 16-year-old kid with glasses. That's TRM. They're not gonna put everything else out there. And so whatever wants to be portrayed to society, I think it takes, like I said, guts to be in TRM because it's like you're already the underdog, and all of Home's already against you. Everyone's already opinionated and locked in, and rooted in those opinions that aren't really, you know. So
Man, okay.
there's always two perspectives to it.
So how you feel about the new generation?
Whack.
Right.
Yeah, just one word.
It's whack. Simple.
I feel like the new generation's essentially people that didn't make it on Home, that didn't have the grit, that didn't have the character, that didn't have the What we went through on Home was fucking brutal. Like
Yes.
it takes a brutal hit on you mentally, and these guys were not strong enough to take that brutal hit.
And most of them was real young too. It was like 11, 10. So they didn't really, go through the problems we had to go through, with video chats, exposing people, putting up your personal information out. So it was really rough for us. For the new generation, it's still happening a little bit, but I don't feel like it couldn't compare to Home. Like Home was just so a whole nother level between Nebula. So it was crazy. And plus, Home was more organized too. So, speaking of organized,
Yeah.
we have top 10 best fams. You had the top 10 best. Who was known on PlayStation Home. Well, I do notice this. TRM was. Correct me if I'm wrong. I never seen TRM was the number one spot on the top 10 Home. So
Wait, one more time.
TRM, we had the top 10 fans on PlayStation Homes. I never seen TRM was took the number one spot for that.
Oh yeah, well look who made it though.
Who
People
made
that
it?
were enemies of TRM.
Really?
I don't even think that's the case about the whole top five or top 10 shit. To be like, in my eyes, to be like, I'm talking about the official one. I ain't talking about the little homemade bullshit like CSK and all them other niggas made. I'm talking about you have to see them niggas. TRM wouldn't be in a playground like you would go in the playground. You see like the playground fams like BSC, NAG, MTO, URN, CSK, WWW. Like you see the playground fams. You go to the Godfather. You see like the Godfather fams. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
MTO,
Yeah.
Sote, BSS. You see, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen TRM, bro. Like, you feel me? So I think that's why. Like, we
Yeah,
go
I
to the
mean that's one
playground.
way to look at it.
You didn't see like what I'm saying TRM. You go to the Godfather, you might see one or two TRMs, but you ain't really see TRM. They was in the other servers, chilling in the other servers. So, I mean, you never see them because
But why
that was
was
going
that
off of
then? If y'all
playground
was
films.
y'all know y'all trying to be a
Yeah,
fan, why
so
y'all didn't go to these
love that.
popular servers?
Love that question. I love that question. I'm so glad you guys brought this up. And yeah, I mean, dude, TRM was doing some dumb shit, like chilling out in the hub. Like, what the fuck else is there? Like, just goofy places, fucking Little Big Planet Zone. They're just areas where no one's at.
Right.
And I'm exaggerating at that point, but they did it because the members were too weak. The members were too weak,
Damn.
and they would get bodied.
Mm.
And so he was trying to protect his people from getting ate up because they couldn't handle it. Like Cam would literally he'd be like, okay, Fairs, you can go to the playground, it's all good. Everyone else, stay the fuck away from the playground because they would go out there and they would get demolished and then
Wow.
they'd quit. They'd be like, oh, I got bodied. They start crying, they'd quit, and they would join the
But
other fan.
that's how you to
Um,
get your name up though. You go to those big servers and build your name up like that, build your fam up. That's how NHG was
yeah,
so successful because a lot of people know us, a lot of people seen us at these big servers and fighting, getting into a lot of stuff. So I don't know why TRM
yeah.
just couldn't not do that. I mean, of course.
I had the same question,
Mhm.
but I mean, at the end of the day, he just had too many weak links in his fam. Like you guys would take these young teenagers and build them up. Cam wasn't essentially doing that. It'd be these soft kiddos that were like literally no street background, like literally in households with like perfect homes.
Mhm.
So they get someone fucking like you guys eating them up on the mic. They don't know what to do. They just
Mm.
start crying. Like they just don't know how to respond.
You
But
know.
on the flip side of that, you also have TRM. They have the most viewed YouTube channel with the most subscribers out of all the fans.
Yeah, I seen a couple of videos of y'all doing post ups. Y'all was huge. Number was huge. You know, y'all was being successful on YouTube, but y'all wasn't being successful on the PlayStation Home though.
Yeah, yeah. It's one way to look at it, you know. But
It's
yeah,
tough.
I guess it really depends on how you want to define the success. I'm on the
Mm.
same page, but just knowing what Cam wants to do for TRM, um,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I have the same mindset. Like, yeah, we need to be out there, we need to be in the fight, but he wants to take TRM to just a commercial standpoint. He wants to get partnerships with PlayStation Home. He wants to like have his own clothes. He wanted them to make TRM clothing, and so
Wow.
that's why he was trying to
What?
make these moves because he was trying to make money,
Mm.
and so that's why he was trying to market it in a sense to where like, oh, okay, we're family friendly. Um, but you just can't do that with the name True Royal Mafia. Like there was
Yeah.
just good idea, but there's too many holes in it.
I didn't know
Um,
TRN was trying to do that. That's a little shock. Ain't even
yeah, he
trying to
was
get
in talks
sponsored
with
and all that. Wow.
yeah, he almost got it. His picture was up in the movie theater at one point in time. But
What?
he was in talks with some developers of like releasing TRM clothes that were all gold.
Wow.
Um,
That would have been a good look for y'all though.
so yeah, so that's why he was trying to make a commercial, and they're like, there's a guy. He was like, hey, you guys can't be beefing, you guys can't be doing these things, And so Cam just wanted to make money.
Mm.
He wasn't trying to build the fan that goes out and fights. In the beginning, yes. But toward the middle and the end, he wanted to take it to commercial. He wanted to make money off the game.
Man, okay. I didn't, man, I never knew that. That's okay. So that kind of
Hmm.
explains it all. Why the things he did not do. I mean, like getting building his fam up on PlayStation Home. Getting into these fights, building the fam. Okay,
Yep.
that makes sense. Being in that fan, do you feel like you was known in TRM?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. I mean, I was one of the original recruits that stayed for the most part, besides leaving 30,000 times. But you know, I was always active.
Okay.
People know who I was because at the end of the day, I looked up to.
Man, you the
I
only
always had the
person
relationship.
that in TRM that I always like knew about.
Yeah.
Like I ain't know nobody in TRM, but I was like,
Oh,
I know
you fair.
Fairs.
That's
Like
it.
I know that
Man,
nigga.
come
You
in.
feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's it, bro. Like for one time, I thought you was the leader. I ain't gonna cap. I was in URN. I thought you was a leader for
You know
long.
what? That's
Until
a
I
good
was like,
question.
nah.
Would you have been a good leader if you would have ran TRM?
No,
Damn, no.
absolutely not. I was not emotionally stable. A lot of people that grow up without a father figure aren't rooted in who they are. So I didn't know who I was in my identity. I was very easily persuaded into other areas. I think it takes more than just being someone that can argue to be a leader. People couldn't depend on me as a reliable source. They couldn't come to me because as far as being a fan leader, like JC for example, I remember I heard an interview where you were talking about how you would help people out through problems in real life.
Mm. Yep. You sure
It
did
was
say
because
that.
people they could come to you as a reliable source. So not only were you the person on the field, you were the king in the fight. You were a reliable source that they could depend upon and be like, I can come to you as a leader. You couldn't come to me as a leader. I was not a reliable source. I was emotionally unstable. Um, there were just too many flaws. Me now, absolutely, I would fucking destroy Nebula Realms or whatever the
Man.
fuck is out there. Me back then, no, no.
Nebula runs, man. I mean, speaking on that, man, how do you feel? How do you feel about Nebula? Do you feel like it's just a clone of a PlayStation Home? Or these people trying to be like
I wish
PlayStation
it was a
Home?
clone.
You wish it was a clone?
I
Damn.
wish it was a clone.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, if it was a clone, I would enjoy playing it more. It's
Mm,
just to me, I understand the purpose. It's like, yeah, they want to create a home clone, whether they say they're doing it or not. I don't know. Whether they're like, oh, we're not. This is a whole brand new. No, you guys are really trying to make PS Home. Like, cut the bullshit. Like, I'm in business. I know how this shit works. You guys are just really bad at it. And so, it's just a clunky mess. Yeah, it's a clunky mess. And this isn't where I'm at in life now. Like I just don't have fun playing video games. Like I'm traveling all the time. I've
oh
turned a new
man.
leaf. Life's too good. Life's too good. The challenges are too great. Um, wow. Like I'm extremely grateful for where I'm at now.
So.
Words just can't describe. Like I just, it's literally like I would literally like go into Harbor Studio or not Harbor Studio, but the Hollywood Hills apartment on PlayStation Home and literally imagine my life, and literally I would have my avatar look out the window, and be like, one day my life's actually gonna be like this, and it's it's insane, it's awesome, I'm grateful, um, a lot of hard work, but it's I don't know how to describe it. It was a lot of grind.
Well,
What drove me the most was being so shitty, was being so looked down upon on home. Like that's what gave me that drive. I was just like, losing video chats, having no friends, not able to talk to anyone. I couldn't make eye contact with girls. I'm secure in who I am, and I have no doubt in my capabilities. Um, like I just who I am now. I just don't care about anyone's opinion. At the end of the day, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a shit about who you become. It only matters to you once you get there. Um,
that's,
so I'm just grateful. I'm extremely
I
grateful.
mean, to me, I think you living the best life. I mean, when I seen a picture of you in a jet. I'm like, okay, Fed's doing his thing. Like he is doing his thing. You know, how did coming from PlayStation home and real life, you successful now. You traveling. You doing all these things. You do, you know, um, doing speech to like schools and all that. How did you do that? How you make that big change to be so successful
Yeah.
right now?
Um, a lot of guidance. I don't speak to schools. I
Oh,
fucking hate
okay.
schools. I think that they teach fucking
I know
kids a
you did
shitty
some kind of
curriculum.
you did some kind of I think you did tell me you did some kind of
I
speech
speak in
stuff.
coliseums and yeah, I get invited to do things.
Mm,
But I like to keep things under wraps because just what I created is too. But I think that we all have access to these things.
mm,
If you just can't let the outside societies crap into our minds. We get on home and we get all these nice clothes, we get all these nice apartments because that's actually what we want in life. But everyone else is gonna program you outside and be like, you need to go to school. That's what success is. Going to college, go
yeah,
into fucking
yeah.
debt, find your passion, do this. It's like fuck all that. That shit doesn't mean anything.
Mm,
Um, get around the right people. Like what sparked it to me was always learning at home. And when people would get in video chats, like we didn't go at home like who can get the best job. Like that's not
yeah.
what we were saying. We're like, okay,
Who got the
who's
who got
balling the baddest?
who got the most
Who's making
money?
the most impact?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like, oh, I'm a fucking, I'm getting my degree. Let's come up and show our degrees. Like no one's doing that,
Mm-mm.
because that's not what we desire as human beings. These things don't mean anything.
Okay.
Um, a lot of Ty Lopez sparked it for me. I think that people should take chances and not people they don't want to sow into themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think like Ty Lopez program, the 67 steps is actually a really good starter. Finding mentors, like these are actually things that we need to fucking do if you want to elevate your life and stop listening to what everyone else says. Like your parents, they don't fucking know anything. Most people don't fucking know anything. I'm like, okay, who's a multimillionaire? I'm gonna listen to them no matter what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't care. Like people are like, oh, I have to find my passion. It's like, no, I wanna love my life. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to love what I do. That's when you start lying to yourself. Oh, I love my job. That doesn't mean anything. You're lying to yourself. If you didn't love your job, you wouldn't be playing video. If you loved your job, you wouldn't be playing video games. You wouldn't be watching sports. You wouldn't be doing these shadow
Yeah.
activities. You wouldn't be living vicariously through other characters that you see on TV. Oh, Game of Thrones, because we see there's a winner inside of there's something inside of us that's literally beating beneath who we actually are.
Mm.
And where am I going with this? Just take chances. Like people are like they'll see like a Ty Lopez program and be like, oh, like he's scamming people. It's like no fuck face. You can literally learn firsthand by the accomplishments from someone that's a fucking giant. It's not a scam. Google ads. Google's not going to promote a fucking scam. It's like
Yeah.
just use your common sense. Invest what is it, $67 into a program to better yourself, to broaden your mindset, so you can start getting out of the shit that you're fucking doing. And if you take a step back from everything, like I took a step back from all PlayStation, all video games, and it's like I came back and everyone's like, "What the fuck happened?" It's like because I took a step back
You
and I
was
went
gone for
underground
you was
and I
gone for a
changed.
while. Gone for a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But it's just like find people,
Mm.
find the right people, and have them mentor you.
Okay.
It's the
Okay.
best way to put it.
That, no, that's good. I seen you living your best life, man. You did a big turnaround, doing all that. So I mean, you doing good, man. And like
I
I said,
appreciate it.
I still want to do the real life interview. We still got to make that
We
work.
are. We're gonna do this.
Sure, we definitely be working on that. Just stay tuned for that. Yeah, stay tuned for that. You coming back, seeing a whole bunch of new stuff. I know you was shocked when you seen me, doing micro reviews, doing interviews. How you felt?
Yeah.
How you felt when you was seeing all this new stuff?
I actually love what you're doing. Um, to me, you're a pioneer because it's and if you take a look at wrestling, for example,
Mm-hmm.
you literally have like the legends that start commenting on the match. Like you got like fucking I don't know Booker T like just talking shit. You know but he used to be this badass wrestler.
Yeah.
They used to fucking beat the shit out of people. Like oh, I used to watch your mic ups and be like I hope I don't run into that guy.
What?
I
Nah.
used to- oh yeah,
What?
this one time you just got on the mic. You're like, you're blacker than my keyboard, B. I'm like, holy shit, this dude sounds like a menace. I'm like,
Yo, I
I'm
lost all that.
dead.
I lost all that. Nigga, JC.
but you were a force to be reckoned with,
Oh,
both you and
shit.
JC, and for you to step back as a legend in that in what you do in that industry, and to let the little young fucking hot dogs or spam or turds or these young kids that are fucking trying to just the culture's different now, man. But for you to step in and but I'm gonna do mic reviews for you guys. Like that is just I like if only we had that on home,
Oh my
you know?
gosh. Me and JC talked about that.
We talked about last night in the
Yep.
car. We were
Yep.
driving, right? And I was like, we were just talking about crazy shit. I was like, yo, you know what'd be crazy if we would have had a mic up review on
Oh
home.
my god. He said I would not survive.
Mm-mm.
He said, you know how many people would have came at my neck on PlayStation Home for me giving people L's and W's? Oh my god, it wouldn't be looking good.
Oh my
NHG
God.
would be beefing all day throughout the whole damn year.
Home was a lot more relentless.
Yeah, it
Home
was.
was a lot more.
But
Like on Nebula Realms, you can talk your way out of any situation.
mm,
On Home, it was just like you look at me funny, like we're beefing, and I'm digging into your entire family fucking records, and I'm gonna fucking
oh shit.
take pictures of your wiener and put it on YouTube. Like it was
Oh
just
my
like
god.
it's like extreme.
I mean, how do you feel about the new school mic up? Like people micing up, going crazy. I mean, the disrespect level is off the chain now. Like I heard some disrespectful shit. I mean, it's going to I'll piss on your grandmother grave. That's why your auntie got cancer. So it's so I'm dead. Like I don't
So
remember.
your auntie was good.
I'm dead. Like it's just ridiculous, man. Like how you feel about the new Scoop mic up now?
Um, it's shallow.
Shallow.
It's shallow. Yeah. Like there's a lot of things that are said that are empty. That don't mean anything.
Hmm.
Like if I'm getting this mic up right now, I'm just like JC, I'm gonna you fucking put mustard in your shoes before you put them on. Like I don't know, just something. It just doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't. It's not rooted. Like on home, like if you got into a mic up, it's like things really hit you. Like when they're like, oh, Fairs, you have no fucking friends. Your mom's a stripper and a prostitute. It's like I don't want to.
Yeah.
Those things were rooted in something. They actually hurt. But now it's just like spewing a bunch of random shit. It's like shooting blanks.
Yeah,
Um,
they do be yapping at
but
the mouth.
yeah, and it's all good. It's whatever is fun. But the young guys that are watching this or young cats, I would just take a step back and figure out how you feel afterwards, because I believe in energy, and not to get all hippie and stuff. It's not my goal, but you expend a lot of negative energy into doing that, and it's actually hurting your body. And you're gonna regret it in the long run, because a lot of that you're literally building cancer in yourself. If you take a look and study the brain and how the brain works, and figure out all that negativity that you're releasing, you're literally putting cancer in your body, and it's gonna it's gonna show up to you later.
Ooh,
So I'd be
okay.
careful.
Y'all heard that? Yeah, man, gotta calm it down. Jeez, okay. Um, I wanna. I don't know if you heard. I'm gonna give you a couple of updates. JC, he was supposed to do one of his
Hmm?
biggest mic up on the PlayStation. It didn't go down though. A little.
Who was it?
It was supposed to be him and Problem Child,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
and it didn't happen. What's your opinion on that?
Unfortunately.
Would have watched that?
Um, I would have watched that. I would have. I've always had so much respect for Problem Child, regardless of what anyone thinks,
Mm.
but or whatever. Um, I remember when 7G and NHG were fucking huge forces to be reckoned with on PlayStation.
Mm.
About the gangster.
Man, that was crazy.
There was one time when Problem Child put up a video and he literally put Disturbed on there. It was like, oh, wow. And I was like, this guy's nuts. So it definitely would have been a battle of giants. So, um, I don't know if just over time he just matured or if he just got soft or
Keyword. It would have. It would have.
yeah, it
Oh
would
my
have.
god.
Man,
It would have been the only
Man.
mic up that would have mattered.
I don't know, man. That whole situation was just, it was crazy to me because I felt like I didn't have no problems with Problem Child at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just an idea. Everybody wanted me to come back. So I was like, look, I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna come back for one mic up, one mic only. Like, and that's it. And then we sat there and we actually sit there for like about an hour. You know what I'm saying? I actually thought
Yeah.
about names that, they're still around. They still got a name, you know what I'm saying? Still decent. Or you want to get me to fight somebody that's not on home. I mean, not on the P4. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made a list. And everybody wanted Problem Child. Problem Child was
Yup,
not
yup,
even
yup.
on the list. He was not even on the list that me and one Mike made. You feel me? The
Right.
people wanted to see that. So I was like, I hit him up. You know, he was down for it. And then I don't know what happened. Like, he was down for it. He'll throw his little shots. I throw my little shots, and then now, I got a four. So now I'm on
Right.
Nebula. So now I'm looking for him. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this match. And then boom, nigga got pussy on me, and
man.
hell it
I was
is.
just,
But yeah, I think that shit would have been an epic battle to this day. You know what I'm saying? I regret even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I let a lot of people down. Because a lot of people used to hit me up and call me like on Kick and shit. Like, yo, when this fight gonna happen? I'd be like, I don't know. I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? I can't force this nigga to fight me. You feel me? So,
And
but this nigga shit, I remember back in the day with NHG and 7G was a force to be reckoned with.
yeah,
Ah.
yeah, he's right. Man, 7G energy was
like,
crazy.
you guys realize I was in WWW and I became very close with Artiz.
What? You was in
Is my mic
WW?
lagging?
No, you good.
Yeah, he was in WWW
I didn't.
when we made COA.
Yeah.
He was in WWW then, homie.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, and to let you guys know, 7G was the closest fam to actually killing WWW.
No, you trolling me now. Hell
Like,
nah.
swear.
No
Like,
way.
I've literally had these conversations with Artiz. And I'm just being completely transparent, so I mean, if he wants to get
What?
upset, I mean, it's all good. But literally all the fights that he had, 7G, like, they were close to throwing in the towel.
What?
You talking about 7G when they was in UMTO 7G, or you talking about like 7G like
The
grade
COA.
7G? Oh, COA.
Damn.
I think it was you guys. It was
Mm.
7G and HG. There was a time when 7G was going on WWW, and it was when 7G had like the biggest name. And reality is, WWW is the same way. They have a bunch of little kids. Like, they don't have a lot of hitters in their fam. Like, people are like, oh, they're the biggest, but they have a lot of soft guys. Famous was a badass. Blade Boy's a badass. They're all cool, but they had a lot of most of their fam was soft. And I'd literally be in their meetings. They'd have weekly meetings, and they would tell everyone not to mic up. They would tell them to just type on the keyboard.
Man, what? That's
And yeah,
that's
and they put
crazy.
this mindset like it's a psychological battle, and it worked. I think it's a genius idea. But he was pumping them up like, you guys are too badass to mic up with them.
Damn, that's crazy. Nigga just dropped the exclusive. To be honest, you couldn't really kill no fam. Like,
Can you guys hear me?
only
Okay?
fam,
Yeah.
yeah. Only fams that died. It died from the inside. It didn't die from nobody just beating their ass. And it was like, oh my god, we gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta leave. You know. I mean, it's been fams like AAA and them where we beat
Yeah.
them up and they joined us. You know what I'm saying?
BCS got beat up to death. They died.
You said BSC?
No,
Nah,
BCS.
BCS,
Oh.
the blue
Yeah, they got
fam.
beat
Oh,
the
the
shit
blue
out of to
fam.
death. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
They
they're
died.
the only ones. But yeah, it was in a clubhouse, and because his fam kept getting beat up, and they would get demolished to mic ups by 7G. Like you literally have this fam, like this kid. Imagine this kid in WWE, like, oh, I'm in the biggest fam. He thinks he's a shit. He gets in a mic up with 7G and NHG. He gets obliterated, and he starts having some doubts in his head, like, am I in the right fam? And people were quitting because they were getting bodied so bad. And so they would have meetings like, they're like, guys, don't mic up. You're way too powerful. You're way too awesome. You're too way much of a god. You're a beast. You guys are gods. You guys don't have to mic up with these peasants. And so now they're playing a different game. So now when you go to the playground, they're not playing your guys' game. They're not micing up with you guys. Yeah, this literally one of the most savage guys at one point in time was Jordan Dog. Because he was only typing, because they were telling him, don't get on camera, don't mic up, like, you're a beast, like, just don't worry about it. You know, like, and the kid was, like, retarded.
Wow.
But, like, no one knew, because they were hiding, but they won. They still overcame their challenges. And I think Artiz is a fucking beast for that. I think that Artiz and LJ were some of the greatest leaders on home. I actually learned a lot from them. But the way that they psychologically knew how to deal with people is amazing. And that's why they had the biggest fam.
Man, I feel like WWW and shit, but bunch of Mexicans. Fuck what you talking about? And I still feel that way, nigga. Artiz will do something about it, nigga. Nah, Artiz my homie. But I mean, like, I tell Artiz all the time. I think he ain't shit nothing but little Mexico.
Little Mexico.
A lot of their fam was actually white kids. Just their leaders are Mexicans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't got no more questions
Yeah.
for you. You just answer all my questions, man. Jeez. Oh well.
No, I'm glad.
No.
But anyone that's in WWW and think you're the shit, like, and just remember, like, when Artiz told you guys not to mic up, that's why. Not because you guys are awesome. Sorry to break it to you. It's brutal. Because you guys kept getting bodied. Like, he would legit be in Skype calls and be stressed out. He's like, dude, our fan keeps getting fucking bodied.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be stressed out because they kept getting shit on.
Well,
So
I'm gonna go ahead. You know,
he turned it around.
He did turn around. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
3W boy. I gotta do an interview with Ortez, man. I hit him up. I still have not.
I don't care. When last day of home ended, and we, you know what I'm saying, and we looked, and then you're saying, I don't care. I just don't care, because when home ended, and NHG was number one, and we finally knocked off WWW, and WWW was number two. Oh, that felt so good. Oh, so I don't give a fuck. And I wasn't even playing. Like, I was on GTA. When the last day of home, I was on GTA. I wasn't even on home. That was Rezo on them. That was on home. You know what I'm saying? I joined. I hopped in to, like, got my little ass mic up in. I went back on GTA. Last thing I know, at the end of the home thing, everybody was looking. Like, everybody was, like, waiting for that video to drop. The last top 10 fam on home. So everybody's looking. We got the number one spot. I was like, mission complete, nigga. I'm about to go back on with GTA and shoot up some motherfuckers. You feel me? Like,
Well, Fairs, man, I'm glad you came by doing this interview, man, letting the world know what was going on, how you came up on PlayStation, man. I really appreciate that, man.
And in the UMTO war with the UN before the end of home, WWW was actually making UMTO accounts and supporting UMTO in that fight.
What? I think
Yeah.
I think I told me something about that. They will make
Yeah,
accounts
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Okay. Well,
Yeah, it was a few of us, and it was funny because Moonman was crying, and Face checked him.
oh,
Moonman was crying because Moonman didn't want to fight. I was saying, like, we would literally be fighting and outnumbering the nations, and Moonman would get everyone in party chat and tell everyone to leave.
wow. We're
we're gonna end this interview.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like a 2-hour video, so we're gonna have to probably cut some parts. It's gonna have to be a part 1, part 2, part 3. And the laggy part. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, like
Definitely not. I definitely, since you on Xbox, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely gonna keep in contact with you. You know what I'm saying? And there you go, he leaves. So, hey, yo, it's the boy Killer JC. You know what I'm saying? For another special guest on an interview pull-up session with OneMic.
Pull-up session.
You know what I'm saying? So, Definitely check out, you know what I'm saying, some more pull-ups, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Pull-up means I'm actually in one mic house right now. I'm in the
As we
living room
speak,
right now,
in the
you know
living
what I'm
room.
saying? As we speak right now, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Man,
So it's the boy Killer JC here for another exclusive. If you like what you be saying, like, comment,
yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
whatever this shit. Whatever you shit you be saying. If you tired this nigga ugly ass teddy bear, bro, let me know. We gon' fucking make one mic
Like,
a new
I
intro
might have a new
video.
intro coming.
Bang.
I hope y'all enjoy the interview, man. But this is your boy, NHG OneMic. Subscribe, comment, like, and stay tuned for the next video. B.
Oh, that's what it is. Stay tuned for the next video. Power head ass. Next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Head ass.